Wow, so that happened, right? Life sucks. I hate everything. Hey chat, how are we doing, chat? How's the volume, by the way, chat? I think this is better, right? It's those days in between like Christmas and New Year's that time is but a made-up concept. I hate my smoke detector. This is a shiny hunting stream, chat. This is nothing less, nothing more. Be more careful next time. I will. I definitely will be more careful next time. So, do you want to hear this story? Do you want to wait until more people get here? I'll give a few more minutes and then I'll tell the story. But yes, the problem, Marks, is that I was too careful. I overthought things too much. I should have just I should have just chugged balls at the thing. But no, I need to like make sure that I will catch it in a premier ball, so it needs to be at 1 HP and it needs to be asleep. And yes, I should be more careful. Yeah, it's pinging all the time because it's running low on battery and somebody needs to come and fix it. It's very annoying. Hey Pastel, it's going. It's definitely going. So the problem is, I really like... I think this shiny counter here is cute, but I don't know how to make it update automatically, so I just have to do it like this. Which I think it can, like for now, it's just because I don't want to think too much about this. I just want to like chill, talk to you. And not think about this number. No, it's not a Nuzlocke. A wild Cecily live stream appeared. Hi Simon, hi Pastel, welcome. How's the end of the year going? I'm honestly, so I've been doing this hunt for so long that now my Pokemon like me and they do this jumping animation at the beginning of each battle. And I'm honestly thinking of swapping Pokemon for some Pokemon that like me less. And Pokemon Home, just so I don't have this extra time. So yeah, I want to put a few encounters here. So chat, do you want to hear what happened, chat? Let me tell you what happened. This was the eve of Christmas Eve, right? It was the 23rd of December. And I was gifted with a beautiful Christmas present. I was shiny hunting. I have been shiny hunting the Shaymin for a while. If you follow my channel, you know. Ever since before I did the video about Katrin's Shiny Shaymin, this has been a thing. But it's like an on and off hunt. I'm not doing not putting a lot of energy into it. And then December 23, I was getting ready to watch a movie or something. I don't remember. I was just like in bed doing some resets and then all of a sudden... Oh my god, a Shiny Shaymin! Wow, it's a Shiny Shaymin! So, Shaymin shined. I didn't count, I don't know. This has been going for months, but I might be just a little bit over odds. And then like, okay, Shiny Shaymin is here. I need to record it. I press the record button. I like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? What's the plan? I had my Ivysaur for false swiping, so I false swiped it. But then the balls were not working. Like I was throwing balls and it was not staying in the ball. And then I'm like, okay, I need to swap and send my Darkrai, which is the only Pokemon that has a move that can put Shaymin to sleep. Dark Void. This Shaymin has 1 HP. Mind you, this Shaymin has 1 HP. I missed the first Dark Void, which is the universe telling me, don't do that to Cecily, don't do that to Cecily. Because when would cross my mind that Darkrai had the Bad Dreams ability that takes out HP when the Pokemon is asleep. And then I killed the Shaymin and immediately turned the switch off. Like, I couldn't. So that's what happened. I am very frustrated, and because of that, I locked in and I put 1,000 encounters already in the past 4 days. I've been resetting this at least for 3 hours a day. I need to get this shaming back. You don't understand this. I will do it. And this is... And it's gonna be named Mr. Grinch because this thing ruined my Christmas. That's the backstory for you. So whenever somebody new joins stream and asks, "Oh, what happened?" Please just go back to the 7 minutes where I explained everything. Holiday trauma, right? It's not Christmas till somebody cries, as Carly Rae Jepsen said. So yeah, that's fun. Fun stuff going on in my life, chat. Yeah, it's the recap. I might do some fake outs to... At least I have a shiny reaction now, right? The balls were not working, Psymic. The balls were not working. I have a bedroom again after almost a month of reformations. That's super nice to hear. Okay, wait. So Shaymin right now is on top of chat. We don't want that. Let's move Shaymin here. Or here, I think it's cute. Like from a design standpoint. Right? This Shaymin. How nice it would be to get this Shaymin like criminally under odds, right? How beautiful it would be. So, what have you been watching on YouTube, chat? What are your favorite video essays from 2024? Sorry, this is 1,115. I forgot to, you know, do the other algorithm. Yeah, so I want to be streaming for a few hours because, you know, who knows if I catch the Shaymin on stream, right? It would be the crowning jewel of my holidays. I was thinking that maybe it would be nice to like have something to watch or react while I do this hunt. I don't know. I also wanted to find a way to automate this counter so I don't have to edit the text file all the time. But I'm not smart enough to set up a custom counter in my streaming software, so I'm literally just writing the number as we go. Which I think it's kind of nice, it keeps me engaged a little bit. How was my Christmas? My Christmas was nice. I had a nice Christmas dinner. I cooked a nice salpicão for all the Brazilians in chat. I made a vegan salpicão. That was actually quite nice. What else did I do for Christmas? Christmas Day, I visited a friend. I watched Wicked. I sang Defying Gravity on on the cinema and everybody hated me, so that was fun. Clipped the explanation and sent it in Discord. That's very nice. Thanks a lot, Pastel. But that was mostly it. So it was quite uneventful. It was dinner, a movie. Then yesterday, then the 26th, I finalized the video. My favorite video essays of 2024, which you can now watch on the Cecile channel. And yesterday I worked, basically, so... Did go out last night. I am a bit hungover, as I usually am. But I don't know, chat. I think I'm not in my healthiest lifestyle of them all. I want to go back to the gym. I want to eat better, but my new kitchen is very small and I don't like cooking with only, you know... Like, I'm Brazilian, I need to cook at least 4 things at the same time, and my stove only has like 2 stovetops. So that's kind of annoying me. And then I'm not cooking very often, then I'm ordering a lot of takeout. And then yesterday I was drunk and I had a very fatty burger with cheese fries, so... Yes. That's kind of it. I would really like to find Shaymin while the sun is setting. I think it's the prettiest background to find Shaymin. How was your Christmas, chat? Did people give you the death stare when you were singing in the theater? I don't know, it was dark. I didn't see their faces. But you know, something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. I hate when Shaymin is like under the cloud and the color changes a little bit and I'm like, what? What is this? Why does it look different? And that is just a shadow of the cloud passing by. It always startles me a little bit. I've been doing this for way too long. But technically, like, since I failed the first Shaymin, if I get the second, this will be my first full, like, full odds hunt, like, technically 1 out of 8,000, because I did 2 1 of 4,000. So it will be kind of a full odds Shaymin, technically, with only 1 device, with no speed ups, so I never did, like, the most traditional shiny hunt you could probably do, so that's not something I ever done before, and I think it would be neat, somehow, to get it. Christmas Eve, I went full femme at a family party, and it went really well. However, I wanted to ask you, any tips on voice training? You have a really good femme voice, and I'm kinda low-key jealous. Thanks so much. So, voice training. Let's talk about voice training. So, it took me about a year to start, like, properly voice training, and, you know, I did all the things you do. I looked at the tutorials online, I did the exercises, and trans voice lessons on YouTube and stuff like that. I think everybody trying to do that, like heat from fire, fire from heat, and stuff like that. Like, can I go back to my old voice? Let me. It has become muscle memory for me now. But if I try going back to my old voice, it's like something here. I think it feels very funny to speak. Like, it feels like I am faking somehow. This is not really what my voice sounded like, but I'm just trying to bring it back down somehow. It doesn't, I don't know. Like, I can even go a little bit more femme if I'm trying to, and I think that's, like, this is what I was trying to train to reach for. I don't know, voice training is funny, but this is where my voice kind of settled into, and it's not the super most high femme thing of all time, but it is neat, and I enjoyed it. And the way that I got it, I did look for a professional. So I've had a non-binary what's the word in English again? It's the same in Portuguese. Phonoaudiologist helping me. So it was a friend of some friends, and they had like, they were trans, so they had some very good methods. And they were a professional, like I would be calling them once a week or so, and we would do voice training for an hour. And yeah, it took me a few months, but it was, once I started doing it with someone, it was super fast. So I'm happy with the result. Mask voice is literally a cursed vibe and a great party trick that I was not expecting from that. I mean, it is a funny party trick. So sometimes when I feel like I'm passing too much, and okay, funny story. There was this. It was Carnival. I was in Portugal. This was 2022. And I am a person that pees a lot. I desperately needed to use the toilet. And it's Carnival, so people are dressed up and, you know, costumes and things are going wild. So you can't be really sure on gendering people too much. And yeah, so here's the deal. The line for the women's toilet was way too long. And like, I was really desperate, and I'm like, no fucking way, I'm doing that. And I just tried to walk into the men's room, and whatever, who cares, right? I'm drunk, everybody here is drunk, I really need to pee, and I tried walking into the men's room. And the security dude stopped me, like, hey, you can't go in there. And then I put up, like, mask voice, like the most mask voice I could pull out, and I tried to chat him into letting me use the men's toilet. And he didn't. So that was my the most complete male fail of my entire life. And yeah, dude wouldn't let me use the men's toilet, basically. And it was Carnival, like there were a lot of gender bendy outfits in there, but still I was not allowed. Girl was there in 2022. I was in Colombina Clandestina in Lisbon. And then there was an after party, and that's where the toilet thing happened. Were you there, Shiny? Was it 2022? I think it was. But yeah, I think that my voice trainings exercises were like really a lot of humming and like about resonance. I don't know the technique. Like the good thing of having a professional helping you is that you don't really need to understand the technical aspect of it. The person can like choose the exercises for you and give you directions, and that's super nice. So it's like I was doing like and like, I don't know, it just, I don't really feel like when I was voice training by myself, I would always try to force my larynx up, like, ugh. You know, the thing that goes up and in. You probably watched a lot of tutorials, they talk about that all the time. But when I actually found my voice, it was, yeah, I didn't have to think about anything, which was neat. You passed so good it became enforced by security. Inconvenient winning. Like, I was looking very good that day. But I had a very beautiful dress. My hair was like the longest it's ever been. That was... I was very high femme. If I had a little bit more of an androgynous outfit, then maybe, who knows? But no, I got security blocked from the toilet. I don't remember where I was, but I was drunk and left quite early because I had few too many shots. I mean, that's Carnival for you. The sad thing about Carnival in Portugal for me, though, compared to Brazil, is that it's like literally just one party and then it's over. Like, it's nice. Like, the fun thing about Carnival in Portugal is because Brazilian people do it, so it's literally Brazilian Carnival, but, you know, closer to my house. But yeah, it's bad because in Brazil, I went to Brazil for Carnival this year, and I think like on Sunday I went to 4 or 5 different parties throughout the day. So I left home at 7 in the morning and I got back at 8 in the evening, and I was going from party to party to party. So that was amazing, great. Kissed a bunch of strangers. It was very fun. And but in Portugal, it's like there is one bloco, and then that's it for the day mostly, which is nice, but it's definitely not the same. Did you decide not to RNG manipulate this in the end? So I did try RNG manipulating, and I got really close, honestly. There were a few attempts that I did that I was like 5 or 6 frames off. But the problem is, okay, so, yes. Hear me out, chat. I was angry. I didn't want to reset. I was very angry when I killed this Shaymin, by the way. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna RNG manipulate it. And I didn't know how... I knew it wasn't easy, but I didn't think it would be this difficult to RNG manipulate. Specifically Shaymin. Like, I feel like I could pull off an RNG manip of any other legendary, most other legendaries in this game, because you only need to hit the frame in the right second, so you need to be correct by the second to hit the shiny frame. The problem is, in this Shaymin island, with the flowers and animation, the seeds for the RNG are going like crazy, like, so you need to get that specific frame in 1/10 of a second correct. So this 2 times, I would have got, like, when I was 5 frames off or 6 frames off, I probably would have gotten the shiny if it was a Dialga or any Reminisce Park encounter. But Shaymin specifically, you have to be very precise. And I just think it's a little bit boring because you need to reset the seed every time and count the blinks. So it's not as engaging as I assumed it would be. And you need to be very precise. And I am a Mac user. I have a shitty Windows computer. And most of the tools for the RNG manipulation are made for Windows. So I would need to make that thing on my Windows computer, and I wouldn't be able to stream it. And I don't trust the delay on that computer because it's a super slow computer. So at the end, I'm just here. I might try RNG manipulate if I don't get it soon. But it's... Shaymin specifically is a very difficult RNG manip to pull off. And yeah, so basically I also... The best guide for doing these RNG manipulations in BDSP are in YouTube by YouTuber It's Papa Jeffe. So I highly recommend the channel if you're interested in looking into it. Papa Jeffe goes through the RNG manip that they did of Shaymin and shows how they got it. And also Papa Jeffe shows the seeds going up on Shaymin's island, and it's super wild. And when I saw that, I'm like, okay, maybe I cannot pull this off. But they replied me on Twitter and were super nice and gave me some tips. And I might try again, but I think for a stream, I would rather just reset and try my luck. In Spain, the carnival is similar to how you described the carnivals in Portugal. Yes, I feel like the carnivals in Europe, usually, you have like the German carnival that I really think it's a little bit odd. Because like the origin of the party is the same, right? It's Christians getting drunk and crazy and eating a lot of meat before the 40 days before Easter or so. Like you need to fast for 40 days, so then you go crazy a week before. So the origin of the party is the same, but when you went to Brazil, this happens in summer, and it became something like very popular in the sense that it's made by the people, and it's a shout of freedom, of like it's very political. It's very connected to samba, and it's become something completely different from what happens in Europe. Politically speaking, party speaking, music speaking. So yeah, you have the costumes, but I feel like what I really like about Carnival is what Brazil did with Carnival. And then you come here and like you go to Germany and it's just like, oh yeah, people in outfits drinking beer and watching parades. And that's not what it is about at all. I feel like Carnival for me is more about, you know, occupying the city, reoccupying the streets. It's a weekend where cars cannot go anywhere because the city is for the people, and the people are partying, and queer people are being queer, and people are going crazy and singing to songs they love and going from party after party. So it's the week in the year that the entire city serves the people, instead of just like, oh yeah, parades and some costumes. Like, I think that's what I really enjoy about Carnival. It's very rebel. It's a little bit countercultural somehow. Like, they try to wash it and sell stuff and sell VIP packages, but in the end, the heart of Carnival is in the street, and that's why I love it. Hi Mari, I used his tutorial to get a shiny Piplup first try. I still want to get Arceus in this, that would be fun, I think. I still need to get Arceus on this file. Like, I would be hunting for Arceus right now if I had caught this hedgehog. But I think RNG Manip for the starters is also super fun. No Carnival in Ireland. But there are a lot of Brazilians in Ireland too, right? I'm sure there would be some kind of immigrant party or something like that. I might try the RNG manipulation actor hardware at some point. It's really fun and easy to do. Like, it's easier to do if you have a capture card, as I clearly do. But you can even use your phone and set up the delay from there. So that's also neat. Carnival in Germany is political as well. Technically, it's a time where you're allowed to make fun of politicians in darker ways than usual. But recently, it's become a little more scary to do that. Wow. Politics have become a little bit more scary in a lot of ways recently. Yeah, I know. So being a Brazilian in Europe, I am always very surprised with how many Brazilians go to Ireland. I think it's mostly because of the language, really. So, like, yeah, sure, Portugal. Most Brazilians go to Portugal. But I feel like Ireland would be the friendliest country for a Brazilian to immigrate to, because we all learn a lot of English in school, and it's easier to go to Ireland than to England. So I have a lot of friends living there, and I know the community is huge, and I know that there have been a bunch of situations with immigration in the past few months as well. But I think the language, the language and how easy it is to immigrate there is why Brazilians would choose to go to Ireland instead of France or Spain or Italy or so. It's because of our amazing weather. Yes, Brazilians love Irish rain. It's beautiful. Me ain't no big fan of old jolly carnivals, but I do understand who's jolly about it. Okay. Okay, I think I've put, what, almost 16 counters in half an hour? Yay, this is going great. I'm gonna get to half odds in a week. Please shine, Shaymin. I beg of you. I beg of you. Please shine again. I promise. I released Darkrai. I don't have Darkrai anymore. I will not even attack you. I will just chuck balls. I swear. Pardon, pirate accent. I know, I'm gonna read it in your pirate accent. I don't know how to do a pirate accent though. So chat, I've been thinking on what should be the next... Hey, please. Give me a second, I'm just gonna press a button. I'll be back in 20 seconds. Have you tried sneaking up on the Shaymin from behind, Pastel? The last time you said this, I got the shiny Togepi for looking at the other... I'm gonna do it just because you said it. I know it's silly. The last time you said a joke like this, I got the shiny Togepi just by changing grass paths, so... If I don't do this, I'll never forgive myself. But I have tried it before, yes. Actually, for the RNG manips, I was going to the underground behind Shaymin, so I had less room for error. Not shiny, Pastel. Give me a second, I'll be right back. I'm back. So maybe maybe Shaymin becomes shiny if you take it out on a date. I am against dating Pokemon. You will never catch me dead doing as my sure pass Pokemon meme. Okay, but like, could you imagine if that worked twice? I would bring you to literally every single shiny hunt I ever did do for the future. Just FYI. The difference between regular and shiny Shaymin is a bucket of pain and a can-do attitude. It's very toothpastey. Like, so, the nice thing about having failed a shiny Shaymin is that, like, you know how in a shiny hunt you watch videos of people who have successfully done the shiny hunt to kind of motivate yourself? I don't need to watch videos of other people. I can just watch my own video and, like, imagine what it would be if it shined, because it has. Like, this is exactly what it would look like. Oh my god, Shiny Shaymin! This clip's gonna kill me forever. It's gonna haunt me forever. It's gonna be the death of me. Why didn't I press the Pokeball button? Why didn't I? It's just like, just do this, Cicely. Just press this one. Okay, chat. I have been thinking about our next game to play on stream, and I wanted recommendations from you. Because we first did the first game I played in this channel was my Cute Charm Nuzlocke for in Soul Silver. Then we played Luminescent Platinum, and then we played Emerald Sea Glass. And after this hunt is done, maybe we can start playing something else. So, do you have any recommendations of some cute hacks we could play? I could also I've been wanting to play some Gen 1 or Gen 2 hacks. I was thinking about maybe going for Yellow Legacy, but I'm not sure yet. Because I think I wanted a fun, weird game. Like, what I'm feeling like, I want a Gen 1 game with, like, the vamped sprites. I think that Lumi put me on that vibe. Like, playing Gen 1, but with Tickaton somehow. So that's kind of the vibe I would go for. Like, I if there were shiny Pokemon in Yellow Legacy, I would definitely play Yellow Legacy because I feel like that would be a fun extra factor to add. But I don't know. I think that I want to go for something a bit bolder than Yellow Legacy. What I could also do, but I might do this in the future. I don't think if this is the correct time to do that. I have never played Black 2 and White 2. They are the only Pokemon games that I never touched. So I think that a first playthrough of that would be also quite fun. But I'm not sure. So I think I might do that later in the future. I think that the timing is for something else. So re-traumatizing yourself over and over again. Got it. Yes, that's my life. C'est la vie. Yeah, Smith plays Pokemon is it's the person that did the game that I mentioned, so Yellow Legacy. Smith also did Crystal Legacy. There is Pokemon Quetzal, Yellow Recharged. I think I've heard of Yellow Recharged. But I don't think I want to play anything with fake mons. I think Yellow Recharge has like the scrapped models, right? Oh no, Recharge Yellow is using Fire Red and Leaf Green tiles. I would like to play something with like Game Boy aesthetic. I know Black 2 and White 2 are great games. So I've heard. It's just that I was out of Pokemon when those came out. I have played Black and White. I never finished Black and White. But I think that I like Black 2 and White 2, I might have seen a few playthroughs before, but I know nothing about it, really. Like, and I would Nuzlocke it, I think. I would... I don't know. I think I still need to think of a nice gimmick for it. And I'm thinking about the video that I would do later. Like, oh, I've never played Black 2 and White 2. Like, or what it would be called. Like, my first reaction to Black 2 and White 2. Or I played the only Pokemon game I never played before. And then I have Black 2 and White 2. And, but I don't know. I think that could be a big one. Because I know it's a game that a lot of people love. And has a big fan base. I want first to try and have a Pokemon gameplay video do a little bit of success before putting that one out. Because, you know, most of my videos that are more popular are usually video essays, so I think I still need to build a bigger audience that wants to watch, you know, me playing games, just like you. So I think I would save the Black 2, White 2 idea for later. Girly Pop Nuzlocke of Black 2, White 2. What is the most Girly Pop starter of Gen 5? And why is it Snivy? No, it's Oshawott, right? It's because Oshawott is it's definitely the most Girly Pop of them all, but I don't think that's Samurott is Girly Pop. Snivy. Okay. I think Snivy is the choice. Snivy is girl boss, I think, not Girly Pop. Snivy. Sir Ryan's so Girly Pop with that cry. Chat, look, funny number. I have been playing a lot of Snivy Celebi decks on Pokemon TCG Pocket, by the way. I am that annoying person that only plays the the deck that cheeses and wins the game. Why can't you shine for me? Please shine for me, I beg of you. Now, yeah, I think Snivy is the girly pop choice for Black White, for Black 2x2. And I think those should be easy games to RNG manipulate, actually. Maybe I could go for Shiny odds in Gen 5 are 1 out of 8,000. I'm already thinking of Shiny hunting as Snivy, like, see how deranged I am. Cecily slowly turning into the Phantom of the Opera. Speaking of boy voice, have you seen me singing the Phantom of the Opera? That was super funny. I was in a karaoke with a friend a few months ago, and it was Halloween, and I'm like, yeah, let's sing the Phantom of the Opera. I think I could sing the Phantom of the Opera. And I never sang the Phantom of the Opera in a karaoke before, so I didn't know what would come out. And then I just started singing out this deep baritone opera singer voice, and it was very funny. I think people in the karaoke were not expecting me to sing the Phantom like that, so that was fun. And like once I started singing and the voice started coming out, I started adding the theatricality to it, like sing once again with me, or strange duet, or something like that. I should go to a karaoke. Not today, because my throat is a little bit weird. Maybe it's just me, but I think Tepig is kind of girly pop. I think that Emboar, is it Emboar? Is that Pokemon called Emboar? It's the least girly pop Pokemon of all time. Cecily, are you doing Veganuary? I am vegetarian. I'm always doing Veganuary. It's the dopamine we get after the release of being there for countless hours. I love doing Christine in every song, apparently, right, Shiny? If I'm being honest, voice training intimates me not for the lack of knowledge, but for distance from start to end. I'm a classically trained singer, so I know the terms and stuff, but I'm a bass. I don't know. For me, it was actually really fast. I didn't really realize that I was done. Like, it was funny because my phonoaudiologist, they were like, I felt like my voice wasn't changing anymore for a few weeks already, and I'm like, do you think we're finished? And they replied me, I think your voice has been fine for the last month and a half. I was just waiting for you to be happy with it and ask us to be finished. So it was really fast for me, really. I think I don't know. You need to train, but everybody's different. Every human body is different in the way that they're built, and muscle memory works differently for different people. So, wait, where's my phone? Wasn't it here? I was sure it was here. Oh, it's under my keyboard. I think I can find a video of me speaking before I did voice training, and it was quite deep. Videos. I am obsessed with backups. I have backups of every single photo I've taken in the past 8 years. Okay, 2019 probably. Okay, I need a speaking video. Singing. Okay, this one I might be saying things that I shouldn't share online. Why don't I speak that much? I wonder. Okay, now I'm going too far back now. No, this is a photo.
Vamos tentar, porque a chuva é bem menor do que semana passada. Vamos ver o que vai rolar. Vai ser rolê bizarro, mas bem, esta pandemia.
This is my voice pre-voice training. I think it was... This actually sounds a bit higher, but I was already out for a year or so. My boy voice is actually... Where is my boy voice? This is my boy voice.
E eu conheço várias startups incríveis que já foram aceleradas pelo Seed e eu acho que eu poderia.
This is a job intro video, by the way. I am very sorry, completely different subject, but I'm just very intrigued with engagement on Twitter. I know, fuck yeah, Elon Musk is an asshole, but it's so wild to me that like a day before I published my video, I made a post like, hey, new video tomorrow, and just a photo of the timeline of the video, and that one had 80 likes or so. And then when I posted the link to the video in another post, it only got like 18 likes after a day. And like, it is ridiculous how this man just breaks completely the reach of your post if you put a link to it or a link underneath it. It's horrible, horrible, horrible. I tend to shift my voice up a bit when I talk, but 1 week I had a sore throat and my voice dropped over an octave for a week. I get self-conscious also when I'm speaking when I'm sick, and then my voice goes a little bit, I don't know. Voice is weird, and honestly, I think voice sometimes can matter a little bit more than looks when a stranger is gendering you. It's very weird. In Pastel long ago, I met this incredible woman who sang lower notes than most of the basses in the choir. Cis woman, it was a magic experience hearing her singing. Yes, but I think it's also different when you sing and when you talk, right? Because I can speak in girl voice, whatever that means, but I cannot I'm much more comfortable singing lower songs, so it's always a difficult time in the karaoke when I cannot sing anything by Chaperone, no matter how much I want to. I can also sing as high soprano too, but it's just a different skill set. Yes, it is. Shaymin Rio. Deleted Twitter a while back. Gotta be real. My life has been a lot more peaceful since. Yeah. If I didn't have this channel, I wouldn't have Twitter. Also, I'm happy with Blue Sky. It's just that I don't know. With this channel, I cannot not be outside of Twitter. I think that's how I network with other creators. That's how I get in touch with people to help me out with videos. So, unfortunately, I am locked. I tried to leave a few times yet, but unfortunately, as long as that is an important tool to get in touch with people, because YouTube doesn't let me DM people. Unfortunately, I'll have to be there, but yeah. I still use mine, to be honest. Yeah, a strat around the decreased reach for link is to put the links in the comments. I did put the link in the comments. Yeah, I can sing Cassia Island if you want. I can definitely do that. I am one of your Blue Sky followers. Yes, you are. You definitely are. Shaymin, why don't you shine? Why do we like shiny Pokemon? Why is this so hard? Go follow me on Blue Sky, everybody, so that I can leave Twitter and never post there anymore. But Elon Musk is fighting a bunch of people on Twitter today, which has been quite funny. I don't know exactly the details, so I might be lying on some stuff that I'm about to say. But as far as I understood, Elon got drunk on Christmas night and started fighting with a bunch of his followers, and now Trump supporters are angry at Elon because he's defending. Because they just want to end all immigration, but Elon's like, yeah, but I want to hire skilled workers for my companies from India or something like that. I'm defending this skilled work visa. We need a skilled work visa. And they're like, why don't you hire US citizens for that? And Elon's like, because they are not, they don't have the degree or something. Or they're just calling them stupid somehow. Like, I don't know. It's been very funny to see that imploding even before the year ended. So it's been a day. So a lot of right-wing commentators are very angry at Elon for wanting to support specifically Indian immigrants to go to the United States. So because like people are saying, but you can find people just as qualified in the United States, and Elon just goes like, yeah, but if I bring an immigrant, the immigrant will be super happy that I brought them here, and they will accept working for a lower wage, and they will just be glad that they're here, right? Which is, as an immigrant, I can call that bullshit. You can definitely be an immigrant and still be not satisfied with your job, but it's nice to see the Republican Party realize that Elon Musk, a billionaire, is kind of a globalist that they hate so deeply. So what Elon wrote was, the reason I'm in America along with so many critical people who built SpaceX, Tesla, and hundreds of other companies that made America strong is because of H-1B, which is the visa, right? Take a big step back and fuck yourself in the face. I will go to war on this issue, the likes of which you cannot possibly comprehend. So yeah, Elon Musk is finding out that he's also an immigrant and people will get angry at him. So that's nice. It's fun things, fun things. Elon Musk is woke. Do we have to keep him? I don't want to keep him. We of the woke agenda decline the offer of having Elon Musk on our side. What Elmo wants to say but doesn't is that immigrants who aren't super fluent in English are easier to take advantage of and easier to extort. I mean, I don't even think that language is that much of a barrier because, like, if they're coming from India, they might have even English as their first language. It's more the difficulty of navigating the legal framework and legal system, and honestly, being employed in the United States is very scary because they can just fire you without notice and bye-bye. But yes, I don't think the language is as much as a barrier as it could be in other European countries, but the legal framework for sure. Like, an immigrant's much less likely to have a lawyer or to have contacts or to have people that they can call for help, right? The thing for me living abroad, the thing that is super difficult is that I can't just like, if I was in Brazil and I was going through a shitty situation, I can just like kick everything to the air and say fuck it, I'm going back to my parents' place. So I have this safety network. I have a lot of friends, I have a lot of family members that could assist me, that like no lawyers, that no doctors, that can put me in touch with other people. And when you immigrate, you are starting your life from scratch, so there's nobody. As you go building a network of friends, of people you trust, then that stops being an issue. But pretty much you're left to your own devices, so you don't even know where to go look for a lawyer or where to get advice on a situation. So you go to Reddit, right? So I think that's the most challenging aspect of it all. For Christmas, the woke mob has decided to give Elon Musk back to the conservative preemptively, because we do not want him. Yes, we do not want him. All we want for Christmas is a Shiny Shaymin. Also, if their visa depends on them working, they are easier to be convinced to accept worse working conditions. Yes. But yeah, once you're living somewhere for a while, it's also... I always get scared by my washing machine. Okay, it's a bit cold. I'm gonna close this window. Here. Lights up. I was also out for 30 seconds, but still, we didn't get a shiny. It's fine. The immigrant freedom is when you get to the point where you get permanent residency or your visa stops depending on a job, yes. Like, the freedom to be unemployed is what the immigrant deserve, like, wishes, strives for the most, I would say. Not the freedom to be unemployed, but like, if I lose my job or if I want to take a break, I'm not gonna be kicked out of my house, you know? Dun, 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 dun. People like Elmo also need immigrants in a country to use as a common enemy to distract his mom. Immigrants are important. Are always important. Mostly in countries with a deficit of, you know, the pyramid and stuff. Hey, do you guys like Wurmple? I like Wurmple. I don't like Cascoon that much, but I like Wurmple. I miss Shiny Hunting in Legends Arceus. This was much faster. I got 2 shiny Wurmple in 1 lap of the field lands today. I wish I would get 2 shiny Shaymins in 1 lap today. It's just a differently colored line of code. Why am I even bothering? Yes, the reason I think it's important is different. Yes, for sure. But it's funny because he is an immigrant too, right? He's an African immigrant, which is kind of wild if you think about it. Yeah, we're here with our average of putting 100 encounters per hour. 100 encounters per hour, so for me to get to odds, that's gonna take me another 30 hours. 30 hours. 30 hours. Chat, 30 hours. 30 hours. 30 hours of resetting for this flower. That's how long it's gonna take for me to get to odds. Why am I doing this? Why didn't I press the Pokeball button? Why do I put myself in these situations? It was the same with Latias, like, and that was a much quicker hunt, by the way. But why? Why do bad things happen to good people? Back in high school, I was soft resetting for Shiny Azelf and Omega Ruby, but eventually gave up. About 3 months ago, found Shiny Azelf randomly in Pokemon Go. I like to think Azelf was looking for me too. Odds are 1 in 4,000 something. Shaming is cute, so it's worth it. I agree. I definitely agree. And now I want to prove to myself that I can do it. And I wish I wanted to do it fast because I got so many stupid comments on Twitter. People were being really rude. I was very shocked when I shared that I failed this shiny. People were calling me stupid and like laughing at me. And I was like, I was really sad. I was genuinely... I kept thinking about this throughout my whole Christmas break. Like I was clearly in need of some support and people were making fun of me. And I'm like, come on. This is not even a transphobia thing. It's just being mean to a stranger. This was the first time that I was exposed to a hate mob online that I was sure it was not transphobia because they don't know me. It was just like people being mean to strangers online, and I'm like, come on, dude. Why would you leave a comment like this? Also, is it fair to say that Darkrai is transphobic now? Yes, Darkrai is transphobic. Darkrai hates flowers. My mother had to leave a Facebook Pokemon Go group because people were just were being nasty to anybody who had a question. Like, come on. That being said, I wanted to get the shiny like before New Year's just so that I can scrub it in their face. Like people saying, oh, why didn't you use Spore? And I'm like... So, the problem is, and now this is an interesting thing that I can share with you. So, there were, like, I wouldn't have failed this shiny ever, like, if I didn't bring Darkrai. The one reason that I failed this shiny is because... Like, if I had any other team composition, I would not have failed the shiny. The catch rates were really high. And, yes, this was a very hard shiny to fail. I screwed up big time. But there is a very specific reason why I failed. And it's kind of a domino effect situation, and it's interesting to think about. And we can use, and I think it is a very big criticism of how Pokemon Home works. Because when I set up this hunt, like a few months ago, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna need a team of Pokemon to do this hunt. I need 6 Pokemon just for this hunt. Let me grab a couple of Pokemon in Home just for a shiny hunt. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. And of course, my first choice was to go with one of my Smeargles because they have Soak, they have False Swipe, they have Spore. That's all I need, right? Thing is, when you move a Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet into the BDSP, the movesets get deleted. They go to, like, if I brought Smeargles, they would only have Sketch. So I would have to play throughout the game to get the moves that I needed. I'm not gonna build a new Smeargle just for this hunt. Okay, so I'm not bringing Smeargle. Let me bring something else that can learn False Swipe. Which is why I brought Apollo, which is my Ivysaur. Right? The other Pokemon are just bulky Pokemon to be there, but I bought Apollo and I bought this shiny Gliscor because they both know False Swipe. And I'm like, okay, I'm bringing Apollo as a False Swiper, good. And then I was looking for... So the problem is, they would be reverted to their base moves, so like their classic moves, when moved to the BDSP. So if I have a Pokemon with Hypnosis, I wasn't sure if I moved them. Like, I was looking at my Pokemon, I'm like, okay, which Pokemon here do I own that I'm sure is gonna have a sleeping move if I move them to BDSP? And I saw Darkrai, and I'm like, oh yeah, Darkrai is famous for putting stuff to sleep, so I'm just gonna put it there. I didn't remember that Darkrai had the Bad Dreams ability. Like, for me, I need something that can put Shaymin to sleep. I need something that has a classic move set that has a sleeping move. And it cannot be Spore, because this is a grass type. And then I saw Darkrai, I'm like, yeah, Dark Void, let's go. So I put Darkrai in the team. And I forgot about it. Like, I didn't remember these were the Pokemon I had. I was just resetting. Months went by. And then it happened. I'm like, okay, let's go. What do I have? I have a Polo. False Swipe, 1 HP. Threw a ball. It got out. I'm like, okay, it's not staying in the ball. I don't know the catch rate. But maybe let's put it to sleep. Because Shaymin was using Growth. And it was starting to do a little bit of damage. And I'm like, I just want this thing to stop using Growth. Let me put this to sleep. And Darkrai was there. I forgot about the ability, obviously. I would not have brought it if I remembered that it had the Bad Dreams ability. I never used Darkrai before, so that's on me. That's my mistake. But if Pokemon Home didn't force all the moves to reset and force me to choose from Pokemon, that my first thought would be, does this Pokemon learn False Swipe and a sleeping move? Like, without a TM. Because Thunder Wave, for example, is a move that you need to grind for the TM for Thunder Wave in the Battle Frontier, or the battle thing that you have in BDSP. I'm not gonna play through BDSP again just for a TM, just to catch this Shaymin, when I have a Pokemon Home filled with Pokemon that are ready to Shiny Hunt. So that's why I failed. It was my fault for not remembering Darkrai's ability. But Pokemon Home set me up for failure so hardly. If I was resetting for Shaymin in Scarlet and Violet, which are the main games that I play, I would never have failed the Shiny. I would have 2 Smeargles that I would have been able to bring into this battle. And and this is not an excuse. Fault is mine, obviously. But it's so annoying the way that Pokemon Home works that you cannot bring your Pokemon. Like, its function is like move Pokemon between games, and then it doesn't let you move your Pokemon between games. It resets them, and that's so annoying. And that's why I failed Shaymin. Rant over. Darkrai's the anti-Cindy-Lou-Who. Found the Grinch and shot him in the chest. Didn't even shoot him. It put Grinch to sleep and then tormented his dreams. People on Twitter really say, have you considered catching the Pokemon? Literally. Literally. Let me read a few comments I got, okay? Where's this? I muted this, but like, I think I blocked a bunch of people. Okay, here it is. You should have done a practice run. I did it in March. You had 8 months to find out what Bad Dreams does. Do I know which ability Blissey has? I don't. It's probably Healer or something. Like, I don't know. It's not important for the hunt. Like, yes, I should have known, but like, I didn't, and that's... It happens. It happens. Got mine 3 hours after hunting. Good for you. I haven't. Click Thunder Wave next time. Thank you. Thank you for the tip. If only I have thought about using Thunder Wave, the TM that is locked behind the battle facility. This was the most easily preventable fail I've ever seen. Yes, thank you for that. Thanks for the great comment. Yeah, the worst comments I blocked, but that's kind of it. It's like, have you tried using Spore? Like, as if I don't know how to catch Pokemon. I think for Arceus, I need to check Papa's Jeffy channel for the RNG manip, because if it's easier than Shaymin, then I would go for it, because it sounds like it could be feasible. And a long time for the reset, you need to play the flute, it's very annoying. Every day I cry because I had the game and I lost the Oaks Ladder event. I'm sorry. I knew I would want to do this hunt at some point, so I grabbed it, and I never touched Arceus. I have been saving it, and I missed the shiny. If you want to see the explanation on how I missed the shiny, you can watch. It's the 7-minute mark in the stream. I explain exactly what happened, but I failed the shiny. And I'm very sad. These people are literally just repeating catch tutorial dialogue. Yeah, they are the drunk man from Viridian City. Like, do you know how to catch Pokemon? Yes, sir, I know how to catch Pokemon. I made a mistake. People make mistakes. Like, come on. No, I haven't tried to use Spore because Shaymin is immune to Spore. That's what people on Twitter told me to do. I don't have any Spore setters. Thanks, Pastel. You're doing God's work here. Oh, people were actually asking how did I kill it. Yes, that's how I killed it. It was a mistake. It was a genuine mistake. What made you go back from RNG to hunting like this? I think I gave a more throughout explanation at the beginning of the stream. I don't remember exactly the timestamp. Oh, did I see? See, I prepared it. I prepared it so that I am prepared, I swear. I was pressing A without paying attention, and I made sure that my first move would be a useless move. See, I planned everything. I planned around. I am prepared, I swear. I hate this game. Sorry. So what made me go back from RNG to hunting it like this? So I was very close in a couple RNG attempts I did. I was like, my best attempts, I was 5 frames too slow, and the other one I was 6 frames too fast. So I was really close, and I missed it for like 0.1 seconds. The thing is, RNGing Shaymin specifically is very difficult because of the environment where Shaymin is. Like, usually when there's not a lot of noise, RNG noise, as Papa Jeffy calls it, when there's not a lot of RNG noise in an area, like, you can time out your RNG super well. But in Shaymin Island, you can see there's a lot of flowers and things flying around, so there's a lot happening. So the RNG seed goes up like crazy here. So, for example, if you're RNGing for a shiny starter, for example, you only have to be... You only need to get the right seed down to the correct second, because it's gonna be 1 seed a second, so you need to be in the correct second. For Shaymin, you need to be correct for the 10th of a second, and it takes a while to set up each try, so I thought it wouldn't and I have a lot of delay on my computer. It's an old Windows computer that I was using for the RNG. So at the end, this is specifically a very difficult RNG to do. And I don't have a very good equipment, and I thought that maybe I will go back and try to do it if I don't get it like this. But I think that this is better to chat and talk and stream and stuff. Have you seen the video about the one speedrun hacker that was caught by finding out their RNG seed and comparing it to NPC movement? No, I have not seen that. Not hacker, cheater. Cheater, best friend eater. Problem is I wasn't counting when I got Shaymin in the first time, so I think I might have been over odds, but I have no idea how many encounters those were. Like, I was really hunting for it on and off. I think my little counter is pretty, I like it. I just hate it that I can't just press a button, I need to type. Basically, they spliced runs so well that they were super hard to find proof against, and it took manually getting their seed and comparing NPC movement in the game to the ones the seed would... Wow, that's wild. And very... a lot of detective work. I would definitely watch a video about that, honestly. Can you imagine if Shaymin is shining right now and I just called it, and then it's gonna be a great clip to share on social media? It's not. $12.24, that sounds like a good number. It's a fun number, I like it. Give me a second, chat. I'll be back in a minute. It was sus before because they came out of nowhere and suddenly set insane records, and the biggest sus was when they streamed a run and were asked to soft reset and didn't, implying a recorded run. You know, I have a recorded Shiny Shaymin encounter. Maybe I should just use it and call it a day. I hate that I lose the chat when I change scenes. Should I buy another Switch so that I can multi-hunt this? Hey, Derevan, thanks a lot. Thanks for the comment. My next video is gonna be for the Brazilians, by the way. It's not gonna be a Pokemon video at all. But I think we need a banger video essay, right? I think we are in need of a banger video essay. So that's what you're gonna have. I wanted to start working on the script today, but... And I have as a deadline for this next video, the 17th of January, which I think is fine. I didn't begin it yet, but I want to do this one for the Brazilians. And, but I forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, I think we need a proper Sicily essay to spice things up. Like, I had a thing that I wrote about the, you know, Breloom situation that I cannot work on right now anymore due to personal reasons. So that was a bummer. Somebody brought to my attention also the AI, generative AI situation with Pokemon Infinite Fusion. But I don't know, I don't think I want to do another video about, you know, another fan game, another fan community. I think that, and I mean, I also don't think I have a lot to say about generative AI that hasn't been spoken before. So I think that is definitely in line with the channel, but I don't know how I would approach it. So yeah, Pokemon essays, I'm not really sure where to go next. I still want to do a video about vegetarianism in Pokemon. I want to make a couple of videos when we have more news about TA, about like the Portuguese localization or the lack of Portuguese localization in the Pokemon games. There was this very big campaign for Scarlet and Violet to be localized in Brazilian Portuguese, and I think I want to try to do something similar for ZA, because I think it is something it can be good to annoy the Pokemon company about it, and I know, thinking about kids, I think as a kid growing up playing Pokemon in Portuguese would have been a big dream for me. So that's something that I want to do as soon as we have more info about EA. I want to rework my first ever video also when we have more info about EA. I want to touch back on that subject because I think that's a fun video, but it's poorly written and poorly recorded, and it was the first video I ever did. So I think I want to revisit that after the EA trailer comes out. And the rest is more gameplay wise. So, but I know that my audience enjoys the essay side of it all more. So that's something I enjoy doing too, but I cannot do with as much speed as I do the other videos because, I mean, Wolf Glick only beats a transphobe every in a blue moon, right? It's not always that there is a transphobia crisis in the Pokemon community, so it is difficult to just do a video out of the blue like this, like the one I want to do about, you know, ecology and vegetarianism and stuff. But yes, I think those are my... Speaking about essays, that's what's in store. There's a video for the Brazilians coming next month. There is this ecology, vegetarianism, Pokemon video that I want to do. And there are pieces that I want to write that are more depending on ZA. And I don't know about the rest. I do have a Breloom video written that I don't know if I'll publish it. I probably will, but only later in the year, and then who wants to talk about that anymore, right? So I don't know. And I have and there is things like this that happen, like the Infinite Fusion thing, but not sure how much I could add to that. And I also don't want people to be tagging me every time there is drama in the Pokemon community, like, Cecily, talk about this from a political angle, and I'm like, yeah, generative AI, let's try not to use it. Like, let's not use plagiarism machines. But I don't know also, like, because, so here's the thing with Infinite Fusion, as far as I know, right? Infinite Fusion, ROM hack, basically you can fuse any two Pokemon together and create a quadrillion different Pokemon, which is wild. And they have a Pokédex entry for each, and they were using ChatGPT to generate because it was way too many, there were way too many entries that they could possibly write by themselves. So I don't know, like, I'm not a specialist in AI. I know there's a lot of big creators writing very deep pieces about AI. I just don't feel I have a lot to contribute there, honestly. Thanks for showing me Lumi. I love this ROM hack, and I'm excited for Lumi. The Discord community is wonderful. I'm glad you enjoyed it. The truth is that Pokemon Company doesn't care about Brazilians, even though we are such a passionate market. They like our money, but they don't like us. Like, it's a complicated thing, like, because if you look from a business perspective, like, yeah, they like our money, but they don't like us. Like, do they like anybody, really? Do they like the Americans? Do they like the French? Do they like the Spanish? Like, it's always a business decision of how much it costs. But I don't know, growing up, I think we are used to not getting games in Portuguese, in Brazilian Portuguese. It is a matter of market too. I have seen Nintendo doing some movements for the Brazilian market, advertisements and stuff like that. So I think there is a chance, and but I think more than that, it's always nice to see the community supporting it and doing a movement and sharing, and I don't know, Juliette talking about it. It's nice to bring attention to it, I think, that like, hey, we have people here, we want to play this game, and we don't speak English that well. Some of us don't speak English that well, so we want to enjoy this game to the max, and like, please, we love your game, let us play your game, right? So, I mean, I don't expect them to do out of the kindness of their hearts. I think that, but I don't know. It's. I wanna talk about. I wanna document, do a nice video about the movement that happened for Scarlet and Violet, and try to push for something similar for ZA. I think it would be fun. Not to brag, but I battled Giratina and Platinum for the first time and it was shiny. Well, that sounds like bragging to me. Congratulations, personal email. I was doing math, and you were one of 4,000 people in the world to have battled Giratina and Platinum for the first time and it being a shiny. I did this math actually under a Shiny Catherine comment on Blue Sky the other day about, oh, 1, 2, 4, 3. Oh, I missed 1, 2, 3, 4. I wasn't even paying attention. Catherine was talking about how wild it is to think that with so many people playing Pokemon, there are people that are gonna play it for the first time and just get a shiny starter. And I did the math with the shiny odds and the number of copies that were sold, and it's about 4,000 people. I think in average, for like for the gens that don't have shiny starter locked. And for the legendaries, I think it's very similar. Not Platinum though, but Gen 4, I would say about 4,000, 5,000 people got Shiny Giratina shiny on their first playthrough. Is there a Portugal language edition of Scarlet and Violet? No, there is not. There is a Latin American Spanish version of Scarlet and Violet, but there is not a Portuguese language edition of Scarlet and Violet. There was this movement when it came out trying to push for it, but didn't work, so... But it was, it made a lot of noise. I think that... I say this because I feel like we're a little bit of Viralata sometimes. We give so much support to companies that don't care about us. I understand the feeling if I feel that the love for Pokemon feels like a toxic relationship. Let me try to elaborate on that. Like, I think it's complicated to humanize companies like that. Like, it's not the companies liking or disliking us. They make business decisions for business reasons. And like, it's not like the Pokemon Company doesn't do anything in Brazil. Like, the Latin American Internationals happen in São Paulo every year, so the whole of Latin America goes to Brazil to compete. So, it's like, as a business, the Pokemon Company has activities in Brazil and has focused Brazil in the past. It's just that it's not just Pokemon and it's not just Nintendo. It's like, I think it might be a little bit different. I'm not up to date on the latest AAA titles, but when I was growing up, every single game I would play would be in English. Like, I remember playing the first Harry Potter on PlayStation, and I would play it in Italian because I felt like that was the closest one to Portuguese that I could understand, and I couldn't speak Italian at all. I was 7, but I will, the next video that I'm writing, I will talk a little bit about the Vira-Lata complex, not in this way, but in a way that, like, as Brazilians, we feel very isolated because we are a huge country. We have, and it's like, It's not just a forgotten country that needs to import everything from outside. Like, no, we produce our own culture, we love our own culture, we love our things, we love our language, we love our music, but we have this language barrier. So Portugal consumes stuff from us because of the language, but that's it. Latin America doesn't consume stuff from us. The people from the United States don't know who Caetano Veloso is. So it is a little bit lonely to like have all of this baggage and this culture, and you cannot communicate it to outsider people. So I get that feeling, and I want to write about that feeling of also feeling sorry for the other people for never having heard of Tim Maia, of never having heard of, I don't know, a lot of incredible things that Brazilian culture produces, but we feel very isolated somehow. And yeah, we are a global south country. We are not giving the biggest amount of revenue to companies, but I understand where the feeling comes from. I just don't think it's like, oh, Game Freak doesn't like us. It's like, I don't think it's a love that is... what did I do? I don't think that it's like, oh, we love them and they do not love us back. It's a little bit more, less emotional than that, I think. It's a little bit more clinical. It's a little bit more cynical than that, the way that I think about it. It's like, it is a business decision that they need to do, and if we want to push them into making that business decision, it sucks that we need to do that, but I think that I wouldn't do a movement. So here's what I think about it. I wouldn't do a campaign to have Pokemon in Portuguese because I love Pokemon so much. Even though I do. Like, that's not the reason, because, oh, I want Game Freak to do this. I would do a campaign to have Pokemon in Portuguese because I love Brazilian people so much, and I want them to enjoy these games too. Like, this is not for I wouldn't do that for Game Freak. I wouldn't do that for Pokemon. I would do that for my little cousin who's 7, and I would love so much if he could play a Pokemon game and understand what's happening and engage with it in a way that I didn't. Like, I said multiple times on this channel before, when I was playing Gen 1 and I was 7, I had no idea what I was doing. I never knew where to go. I never knew, like, how to get cut or how to get flash or how to get through the rock tunnel because I didn't speak English. And I want kids in Brazil who like Pokemon to not have to go through that. So that's kind of the reason why I would try to push a major campaign regarding that. Does that make sense? Like, it's not that I disagree with you, I just don't I don't feel like it's a personal thing or like a matter of they don't like us. It's a little bit more cynical than that. There was a team of people who did an Irish language version of Pokemon Red and translated or wrote all 151 Pokemon names to match the phonetics. Yes, there are ROM hacks. Like, you can play Pokemon in Portuguese if you use a ROM hack, for sure. It's just that... And there is this very funny... when Pokemon came out to Brazil in the 90s, there was a first proposal of trying to translate some of the Pokemon names. And they were like the funniest thing ever, so I'm glad that none of them got translated. But yes, we basically have the English names with some different pronunciations. So instead of Bulbasaur, we just say Bulbasauro, which is how we pronounce dinosaur, Dinossauro. But yeah, localization is weird, right? Hey, Poland. No, I understand. I know it's not I understand you're not proposing a solution, but I think these are co-initiatives, And we do these things not for us, because we speak English. We do this for other people, right? For kids, mostly, I think. And it is really cute. I do have a small cousin. How old is he? 9, I would guess. He's 9. And he's starting to become a little bit of a gamer. So last time I went to visit, he was playing a bunch of Roblox, and I played Roblox with him. I think we were playing a Skibidi Toilet game on Roblox. It's like the most Gen Alpha thing you can think of. I was playing a Skibidi Toilet Roblox game with a 9-year-old. I think it was like a tower defense kind of game. I'm not sure exactly how Roblox works. I think you make games inside of... You make custom games inside of Roblox. Is it like that? I don't know. Am I too old for video games? I don't know. I don't know how Roblox works. But I was playing... Yeah, literally this Skibidi Toilet tower defense Roblox game with my 9-year-old cousin. And he's also getting super into Pokemon cards, which are translated and are easy for him to get and collect and trade with his friends. That is accessible to him. He likes the Pokemon cards, but I cannot give him a Pokemon game to play because he's not gonna understand it, right? And also, how can Pokemon in English, like, when I was a kid, it was the height of Pokemania, so sure, I would play I loved the anime, I loved everything, so of course I would play the game, even without understanding anything. But for this kid who has access to iPads and Skibidi Toilet Roblox, and a lot of engaging things that he's playing multiplayer with his friends online, I need Pokemon to be at least in Portuguese so that I can get him started and engage him into it and compete. Really, because that's what it is. It's competing for attention, and I don't know. I just want my cousin to play Pokemon. That's it. No, this not the Skibidi Toilet Roblox game. Is it a thing? I'm gonna find exactly the one. Skibidi Toilet Roblox Tower Defense. Oh yeah, it's exactly this one. Show me the game. Yeah, so it's basically this it's a Roblox Skibidi Toilet Tower Defense game. It's called Old Toilet Tower Defense. So this is what the kids are playing. Hey, maybe you could use Darkrai to get Shaymin asleep. I don't have a Darkrai. I don't have any Darkrai's. I killed them all. There are so few Irish speakers as a first language, and every Irish speaker also speaks English. But there is a cultural movement to preserve the language, which is also super nice. And I think it should be like it's a nice thing to translate into that somehow. I think. Skibidi Toilet Roblox Girly Pop Run when? Don't make me play that game again. My 9-year-old cousin was very impressed with how good I am at tower defense games. I need to show Nintendo of American impact on sales to justify localization in Portuguese. The truth is that the games are selling well anyway. Pokemon sells no matter what they throw out. But they would never complain about selling more, so... Nintendo would need to justify that they would have so much more profit if they made the investment. That's how it works, yes. And you need to convince Pokemon Game Freak in Japan, right? So it's a different international outlook that they have. I never called Magikarp Magikarpa for some reason. I find it odd a little bit. I remember it, being a thing. But that's also me growing in Pokemon Stadium and always calling in Magikarp. You're trying to reclaim the Shaymin. Nice. Is it nice? Is it nice? Isn't it torture? I think it's a little bit of torture. Okay, our second hour of stream was a bit slower. We only put out... Let me lock in. I will not read chat for a few minutes, and I'll try to get to 12-17 encounters. But keep the messages coming. I will get back to them in a second. I'll just lock in because we're almost at 2 hours, and we are... I want to have at least 17 encounters in the second hour. Should I switch this Umbreon for a Pokemon that likes me less so it doesn't jump? It doesn't have the jump animation at the beginning. Can I go faster by that? Is it worth it? I think this entire conversation about Brazilian Roblox Skibidi Toilet Tower Defense has done irreparable damage to my advertising algorithm. I think you are overestimating how good the YouTube algorithm is. There's something in my eye. No, meow, meow. I never said meowth in my life. It's meow. And it's a great name. Chat, do you think I should stream on Twitch? Also, like on YouTube and on Twitch. I don't know anything about Twitch. I think 2 chats would make me go insane. Hey chat, look, 69. Okay, are you showing up on 1270, Shaymin? No. Okay. I think me googling Skibidi Toilet Tower Defense Roblox on 30 different tabs has done irreparable damage to my advertising algorithm. That probably did it. I'm not gonna lie. That can damage your algorithm for sure. By the way, Pastel, how the Shaming Stole Christmas is a great title for a YouTube video. It would be funny, right? Can I write, like, if I get a shaming, can I can make like a 4-minute video, like, just as a rhyme, like a nursery rhyme, like how the Shaymin stole Christmas. I can make like just a 3-minute recap of this, because this is what's gonna be like. Oh, I fail, I get it again, yay! Can I write a nursery rhyme video? Would that work? That's why, check. I need to be a responsible YouTuber and stay in my niche and write deep video essays about politics so that my channel can keep increasing size. That's the thing that I should do. That's the smart marketing thing to do. To grow revenue and grow subscribers, I need to focus on the thing that performs better, which is deep dive videos about gender politics and you know, smart person thing. But I keep making shiny Pokemon nursery rhymes. How do I expect to grow as a YouTuber like this? This is not how it works. I thought this was shiny for a second, actually. When I was a kid, my parents went to France and got me my first Pokemon cards there. I was so confused by Meow and Eevee had weird names. I love Evoli. There was with TCG Pocket, I have a group with my friends that are playing, and everybody found it was so funny because I think that Joltik's name in German is like WhatsApp, which is exactly how WhatsApp oder WhatsApp, denke ich. But okay, I'm getting mixed with languages here. Which is the same way that we write WhatsApp, like the app, we write WhatsApp, and that's kind of funny. So everybody thought it was very, very fun. I also found the German Charmander card, and Charmander in German is a very weird name. And everybody made fun of it. Glumanda, which my friends were saying it's a name for a genital organ. Could be, sounds like. You're so lovely and excited. You made my passion for ROM hacks of Pokemon come back. Now that I'm finished Lumi and Radical Red, that's cool. So I started Radical Red. I didn't finish it because I got to the cycling route where it's like permanent weather, and I was like, no fucking way I'm going for this. So I abandoned Radical Red in the middle. It was before I started streaming, so I didn't felt very excited about it. But you should try, my favorite ROM hacks for this year. You should give a go if you want. Definitely try Emerald Rogue. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful game by Pokabi. Abby did one of the most wild modifications of the gen of Emeralds I've ever seen. Like following Pokemon, right Pokemon, that's wild to me that that's in there. So that's definitely my recommendation. Go play Emerald Sea Glass. You all know I love Emerald Sea Glass. I don't know. I will maybe also the Smith Plays Pokemon series is also very fun. They are a little bit less wild if you're looking for wild stuff, but if you're looking for difficulty stuff, go check the Kaizo games. If you don't Nuzlocke them, they are not as impossible. They're just hard. So that's kind of nice. Oh, hi Abby! That's random. Were you lurking there? I'm embarrassed now. So yeah, if you want to ask anything about Emerald Rogue, just ask Abby in the chat. No, it's fine. It just reminds me that I have people watching. That's crazy, right? Glumanda is a fusion of Glut, which is Ember, and Salamander. Nothing will ever beat. What is German? I'm afraid of googling for German Licky Tongue now. Me when I accidentally keep writing shiny Pokemon nursery rhymes about hedgehogs stealing Christmas instead of discussing the political implications of Pokemon through a transgender point of view. Guess that's my YouTube channel for you, right? How did I end up here? I'm only 7 years old. I'll try Emerald Rogue. Does it have all 1025 Pokemon already? I love to do living dexes. Does it? Abby, does it? I don't think it... It has all gens. Does it have all Pokemon? I think it's a difficult game to do a living dex off, but it can be very fun to try. It's just a very different gameplay loop. It's very fun to shiny hunt for sure, but I think you can try to do a living dex on Emerald Rogue. Slurp. Slurp. It does have all mons, yes, okay. But the thing with Emerald Rogue, which I think it's why it can be a little bit more difficult, is that you catch the Pokemon in one of your roguelike adventures, and then they go to the safari area. You need to recapture them to add them to your box. So I'm not sure exactly, but I think you could do a living dex if you want. You run out of box spaces without using external tools, yes. So if you'd only, it's like you can buy the Pokemon box disc to do that. Let me think. How many boxes should it should have? Like 30 boxes in Emerald, probably. No, 900 box spaces. Yeah, Pokemon Box will totally allow you to deposit Goldengo. I think it will. I don't see a reason why it won't. This is a very long afternoon, lad. It's been dusk ever since we started the stream. You're funny, chat. Shaymin for Sonic the Hedgehog 4 on Christmas. Next Christmas, Sonic the Hedgehog 4 featuring Okay, chat. Let's brainstorm this. If I do a nursery rhyme called How the Shaymin Stole Christmas, do you think this is a thing that I should do as soon as I catch Shaymin and post it in like January, February, I don't know, tomorrow, because this is shiny today? Or do I leave this ready for next Christmas and only like just leave it ready for the whole year? Do you think a video titled How the Shaymin Stole Christmas needs to be posted on Christmas or not? I think like, okay, if I got it today, then maybe I could have time to post it in the before. Oh, that would be cute. I think I will do it. Like, eventually, I know I will find Shaymin at some point. This will have an end. So, but yeah, maybe next Christmas. Yeah, I'm just too anxious. I don't get any money from YouTube, so it's fine. Like, I will get at some point. Hopefully, by next Christmas, I will be getting money from YouTube. But I think the ad revenue thing is also complicated because all the creators are going crazy and pushing to get more money in their videos in at the end of the year. But like this week, I think basically everybody, myself included, released a video. So I feel like the competition for views is also much higher. Like, there are so many more options for people to click, so they will not click specifically on yours, I assume. So it's like a double-edged sword, right? Posting in January might mean that your video gets much more attention because there are much more creators on vacation and much less new stuff being uploaded to YouTube. Shaymin Shiny Hunt recap in the artistic style of Dr. Seuss. I would love that. That would be... I don't know. Can you illustrate that, Pastel? Like, not the whole video, but like 1 or 2 frames, and then we put the gameplay in the back. No, nobody gets more money with that revenue than Patreon. Like, I can share that with... I posted 22 videos this year. I think probably... Yeah, I posted about 20 videos that were monetized this year. And two of them had more than 100,000 views, which are the biggest hits of my channel, but 2 are medium-sized videos. My whole ad revenue for the entire year, so for this 8 months that I've been doing YouTube, it's not 1/3 of my monthly salary. So I could pay 1 rent with 8 months of YouTube work that I've done so far. So if I ever want to grow and, you know, dedicate more time for this channel, I will have to set up a Patreon, which I might do next year. But again, I am on a work visa abroad, so I'm not legally allowed to have, you know, extra income from extra sources. And I need to have that figured out first before I can start getting money from YouTube, from Patreon, from Coffee, from anything. Okay, chat, are you ready for the encounter number 1300? Problem is, you never find a shiny in round numbers, so I don't think this is good, because we had about 200 encounters in this stream. That's a good number. Work visas restrict some work visas. It depends on the country. It depends on, you know, your visa specifically. But I think that my new visa will allow me a secondary source of income, but I would need to get it approved by my main employer. It's a whole drama, but I'll this is a problem for Sicily 2025 Sicily to figure it out. Yeah, like the big channels with 2 million views per video usually have a bunch of people on their Patreon too, so that's also how it goes. Just spilled some water on me. But like, honestly, if I could find a way to make YouTube cover 80% of my monthly salary, I would probably go and do it full time. Definitely feels like ad revenue has been decreasing more and more as the years go by, based on what other channels have been saying. I believe that. I cannot really add anything to that conversation because, you know, I have been monetized on YouTube for 6 months. Yeah, right? 6 months. Or so. It was in June, so I have been monetized for 6 months, so I don't have historical data to check. But it's definitely not a lot. Not anything that I could live comfortably out of. And I'm lucky because I am doing content in English. For Brazilian YouTubers, if you are doing content in foreign languages that are not English, your ad revenue is usually much lower. Like your click your pay for 1,000, the pay you get for 1,000 views is significantly lower than for English content creators. I think that in Brazil is different because you can always like figure a way out. But if I was in Brazil, if I was getting picks on donations through picks, I would still need to get a MEI and declare it to the federal Receita Federal. Like YouTube is not as it used to be a few years ago. Like I am a person that likes to do things by the book. People like you get some people that like are gonna you know, get some money and say it's a donation and not declare it. I am scared of not paying taxes, so I would always but all that to say, if I were in Brazil, I would also, it would be easier to regularize because everything's easier when you're not an immigrant, but I would still need to open MEI and declare donations either through Pix or through Patreon or through whatever. Okay, the sun's getting really low here in Sinnoh. I don't know why, but I expected each reset to be more annoying. What do you mean annoying? Like the sound or... I can put some other background music if you don't like the repeated Shaymin cry. Oh yeah, so yes, that is one of the reasons why I like the Shaming hunt, because and this doesn't happen in a lot of Pokemon games. Like usually if you run away, the Pokemon doesn't come back ever. With in BDSP they do, and here's the funny thing. With Shaymin is very easy because you can just run back and forth and then it's there again. But with Arceus, for example, you could leave the area, come back, and Arceus would be there. But it's faster to reset the whole game because you need to go up a bunch of stairs to the spare pillar. Like you can do the same thing, but it takes much longer. So it's easier to just close the game and reset. So I think this is one of the, if not the only hunt, the Shaming hunt might be the only hunt where you can actually do this. Oh, it's night time. We're not gonna get a dusk. Shiny Shaymin. I did kill Shiny Shaymin, Sunny. I killed it. It was not me, it was Darkrai. That evil Pokemon. If you want to see it, how it happens, you can go to the 7-minute mark in this stream. Fun fact, you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch, was sung by the voice actor of Tony the Tiger. That's a fun fact. Poor Shiny Shaymin, rest in peace. Do you want to see the video? Do you want to see the clip again? Let me show you the clip then. Am I torturing myself again? So here's what happened. Yay, Shiny Shaymin. Shiny Shaymin. It's there. And I'm like, yeah, Shiny Shaymin, let's go. Then I switched into my Ivysaur, false swiped it, 1 HP, and I kept throwing balls at it, but it wasn't staying in the balls, so I'm like, okay, maybe I need to put it to sleep. Which Pokemon do I have on my team that can put Shaymin to sleep? I have a Darkrai. Let's put Darkrai. Let's send this Darkrai out and use Dark Void. And then I pressed Dark Void. I missed, as if the universe was trying to tell me something. I forgot the Darkrai has the ability called Bad Dreams that will take 1/8 of HP every turn if the Pokemon is asleep, and then I killed Shaymin. Basically. It wasn't a crime. I didn't do anything wrong. It was a mistake. It was an accident. It wasn't my fault. I talked about this. Yes, I hate my life. This literally ruined my Christmas. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was really sad about this. The type of accident that makes you just walk away and stare out of a window for a while. I started laughing. I went through the 5 phases of I literally went through the 5 phases of grief. I was in denial when it happened. Like, when Shaymin died, I like closed the game and I'm like, but can't I load a save state? Can't I try again? And I'm like, it was gone. I went through the 5 phases of grief, basically. It was It was horrible. It was... I went to sleep. I was going to watch a movie. I turned the TV off. I just went to sleep because I couldn't. And now I'm locked in. Like, I think... So the thing is, it took me 8 months to get that Shiny Shaymin, but I was not as locked in as I am now. So I am hoping to reclaim it in the next few weeks. So that I can finally move on with my life. And it would be so much cooler to get the shiny on stream. Just saying, universe, get me the shiny, please. As a chess player, I tend to quit after a blunder like that. I quit on that day. The following day, I'm like, I'm getting a Christmas miracle. I'm reclaiming the Shaymin, and the Christmas miracle didn't happen. So now I'm gonna get a New Year's miracle. I killed a shiny Rosalia in my diamond game, and I went back and shiny hunted it for 8 hours. 8 hours for a full-on shiny diamond? It's actually very good. Still have the shiny Roserades. Yeah, I can also relate to 10-year-old nicknames. I'll be back in a second, just a toilet break. Guess who's back? Okay. Oh, chat is still here. That's nice. Sending out the luck. I've been resetting for Shiny Verizon and Sword and Cyndaquil and Crystal. Crystal Cyndaquil sounds wild. Great. Good luck on that. Christmas miracle fueled by spite sounds like a realistic Christmas miracle. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I'm going for. I am moved by anger and anger only. Failed a shiny Piplup in Legends Must Outbreak and saved over it because it didn't realize they were set. Oh no! Got another one like 2 months later. Yes, I missed the outbreaks. I was getting shinies like crazy. I think I got a few double shinies on my Legends file. And one of those were 2 shiny Piplups in the same outbreak, which was kind of wild. Hey Cecily, here's hoping you can stick it to Darkrai and come out on the other side of this with a shiny Hedgie. Me too. Me too. Imagine we had Shiny Hunt and Showdown, adding and removing Pokemon until they appeared shiny at random. That's literally me playing Pokédoku. I love the Shiny Hunt in Pokédoku, it's so silly. I got 2 back-to-back shinies in Pokédoku and had to not scream because I was at... What are the shiny odds at Pokédoku, by the way? One in 100, okay. I like those odds. It's the same odds as Emerald Rogue, I think. I wish Shaymin was 1 in 100. So 2 in a row is 1 in 10,000, which is over odds. Over full odds. Have a nice nap, Kimberly. Thanks. Ay, ay. Ba, ba, da, na, 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 na. Why don't you shine? Not even half odds yet, and I'm like... Why did I kill that Shaymin, chat? Why did I do that? Why do I put myself in these situations? I was so close. This is vanilla BDSP. I am on my Nintendo Switch. This is for real. If it was Lumi, it would have been a much faster, I think, because you can just run away. You can just spam A and get the shiny. You don't really need to go out. Your brain knew you needed to encounter life or content. I'm like, I swear, Abby, I swear. Sometimes I'm afraid of people thinking that I'm doing this screws up for content, but I'm not. I swear. I failed. We got the shiny Latias in Emerald Sea Glass, and it was great. Caught the shiny Latias, and I accidentally pressed the. And I had a hotkey for soft resetting because we were doing it a lot. And we caught it. I didn't save, and I soft reset it, and I had to get it again. So like, this is not even the first shiny legendary that I failed this month. Like, and it's wild. Like, I'm a mess. I'm a mess. That's what it is. Yeah, the problem is that Latinas came home to me, but I was playing on a sped up Game Boy emulator, having, I don't know, 6 encounters per sec. No, not that much. 15 encounters per minute. Like, in this entire stream, we had 150 encounters so far. This is slow. I want to have, like, I want to be like Nora in the future, and have, like, 8 screens at the same time. I need to buy 8 switches to become a real shiny hunter. I cannot do this in one screen. I need to raise my odds. How the hell is Pokemon in Gen 9? I thought it was one generation per console. Not really, right? So, Abby said Gen 1 and 2 were Game Boy, Gen 3 GBA. So, technically Gen 1 was Game Boy and Gen 2 was Game Boy Color. Gen 3 GBA, Gen 4 and 5 DS, Gen 6 and 7 3DS, Gen 8 and 9 Switch. Yes. Yeah, Nora's setup is literally insane. I don't have money to buy an Emerald cartridge. How would I buy 8 Nintendo Switches? Simply own 4,096 Switches. I mean, I can just own like 2,000 and reset twice. I wouldn't mind resetting twice. Game Boy Color was basically the DSi of the Game Boy era. Okay. I'm a simple gal. I have one Switch, one 3DS, and one analog pocket. I would maybe do another hunt, if I had a modded 3DS that I could also connect to the stream, I would be doing like 2 things. I would make up something to hunt while I do this. Like, well, I have Sun and Moon. We'll do a Sun and Moon or so. Could be fun to hunt in X and Y. I really want to replay X and Y as a girl. Literally, I want to replay X and Y with the girl character because my original playthrough was with the boy character. And I literally want to play X and Y for the outfits. But I don't want to go over my old save file, but I don't know. So shiny hunting in X and Y, it's basically Friend Safari, right? Capture card mods for 3DS seem pretty hard to get now. It's quite expensive, right? Why? Is it harder than it was in the past, or what's the situation? Oh, $500, that's insane. X and Y Herbal Remedy Tea edition. Abby, your Herbal Remedy Tea will revolutionize Pokemon ROM hacking for the rest of history. I just wanted to say that. It's a great pun. It's incredible. But yeah, I am going to be in London for the Pokemon European International Championships, which is gonna be super fun. And I'm already saving money because I think that if I am able to buy any crazy things, it should be there. Even if not plush. Like, I never travel with I always travel only with carry-on because I'm a light packer, but like for this trip specifically, I bought the big luggage that I am sure I'm gonna buy a shit ton of plushies at the least. Like, yeah, Abby. It is happening, yes. Are you attending? We can hang out. I'll be in London from Thursday to Monday. Yeah, what happens if you give a herbal remedy tea to Gallade? Or to a Condi? Okay, Shiny Tracker. So, if I am at 1,336 encounters, what does this mean? BNP? The odds of having seen at least one shiny so far are in 30%. So, in 3 parallel universes, in one of those, I would have seen the Shaymin already. So, if you try to trans a gender-locked Pokemon, the T just flips the gender flag in the data. So if it has a hard-coded gender, it won't do anything. Which Abby was tempted to remove, but it was a fair bit of work. So that's a really fair explanation. But that's cool. Honestly, horrible for the Pokemon that they take HRT, but it doesn't do anything. If we build speed up for 14 hours, maybe we could access one of those Shiny Shaymin parallel universes and then we switch the switch. Poor Vespi King. I don't know if I'll go out today or if I just stay home, have a nice dinner, put a movie and keep hunting. Are legends affected by the Shiny Charm? Let me tell you something about the BDSP Shiny Charm. This wonderful game, this incredible game designed by Ilka, which like, I'm not one to hate that much on BDSP. I don't think it's that bad. But let me tell you something about the Shiny Charm in this game. It doesn't work. It literally doesn't work. You can have the Shiny Charm, It doesn't affect wild Pokemon, it doesn't affect static encounters, it doesn't affect anything but eggs. The Shiny Charm in BDSP only works for Masuda hunting. And why would I Masuda hunt in BDSP if I have other 5 Pokemon games in my... I wouldn't. I will not Masuda hunt in BDSP. Which means that... You know I'm angry. I killed a Shaymin in a game where you cannot even use a Shiny Charm. Okay. If odds were 1 out of 2,000, I would be having a field day here. It would be amazing. I didn't even bother getting the Shiny Charm because it simply does not work. Ilka, you had one job, seriously. Like, I can look over most of the complaints in BDSP, like, following animation gets me a little bit because it's easy to fix. Like, reusing models, I can get over that. The Shiny Charm being in the game and simply not working. And this game is out for what, 4 years? They didn't release a single patch. Like, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Like, why? Why can't you just fix it? It's like a line of code, isn't it? Probably. I don't know how complicated it is, but it works in every single game. So why doesn't it work here? No, Shaymin you can catch Shaymin, you cannot shiny hunt Shaymin in Legends Arceus. I think all the legendaries in Arceus are shiny locked, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, this is one of the few games in the Switch that you can actually hunt for shiny legendaries, and Shiny Charm doesn't work. The Rayquaza following animation is just sad. Like, I have a video about it, go watch it. It's also about Abby, go watch it. It's in Unity, there's no excuse. You can just take what the Lumi team did. They fix it, just take it and put a patch out there. Not really self-promotion here, but I do have a video where we talk a lot about BDSP, about ROM hacking, about Lumi, and about Abby's work at Emerald Rogue. It's called "This News Changes Pokemon ROM Hacking Forever" or something like that. It's my biggest ROM hacking video, which was a fun video to do. But like, videos like this are difficult because it's not always that you have such cool news as this. And I don't have enough technical knowledge about ROM hacking to do like more coverage such as this. But I would love to experiment doing something similar to that video in the future. But yeah, if you're interested in knowing how BDSP doesn't work and how Lumi fixed it, go watch This News Changes Pokemon ROM Hacking Forever, which is basically about Unity development, about the decomp, and everything else. And also, now that we're doing self-promotion, I had a very chill video yesterday. If you didn't watch it yet, add it to your list. It's very nice and fun and chill. And I knew when I recorded it that it wouldn't be like reeling in the views or anything, but I'd be happy if it got more love. So go check that one out. It's my 5 favorite video essays from 2024. No, Abby, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. I had the idea, you probably watched the video that I did with Nemo. Like, my idea was a little bit like that. Not a full video, but just like explaining. I think that the text was super, your contribution was super engaging and it helped me so much. It's just that I always try to keep it, you know, something for the person, instead of just me reading a bunch of text, like a little bit more engaging, more flexibility. But I think it's, maybe next time, who knows. Hey Andre, I got to know Luminescent Platinum with that video, and now I'm playing. Oh, you're playing it? That's so fun. Oh, that's cool. I have decided on a whim that I am going to the international, by the way. Lol. I'm gonna book the Friday off and go then, hopefully. Okay, that's cool. Hit me up. You have my Discord, right? I think we do, yes. Hit me up when you're there. I'm gonna be with a friend. It's gonna be fun. I wanna do cool Pokemon stuff on the weekends. I want to do a video on the London Internationals, but it's been a bit difficult because I need express permission from the Pokemon company to record the stuff that I want to record. But I can't get in touch with the contact person that would give me that permission. So I'm not even sure if I'm gonna do a video there or anything more than just a vlog. Like, oh, I don't know. I wouldn't want... I think it would be fun to have it as a recording, but I wouldn't want to do a vlog of, oh, I went to my first Pokemon tournament, because I think it's like... Not really. My vibe. I wanted to cover the... there is a side event there that is called the Sisterhood Cup, that is focused on femme presenting women non-binary competitors. And I think it's something cool, and I wanted to talk a little bit about it. But I don't know who in the Pokemon company I would need to get in touch in order to cover that. So maybe I'll just go there for the funsies and do some stories, I don't know. Cecily meetup, yes, let's do that. We go grab a bite on Friday evening. In the encounter, they don't appear shiny in the map. If they appeared in the map, I would just be doing like this. Just like in Legends Arceus, I would just be doing like this forever. Choo! Choo. They only appear in the encounter. Which reminds me, did I look at hotels for London? I don't think I did. Are there many PokeTubers you'd love to collab with? There are many PokeTubers I would love to collab with. I'm a very easy person to collab with. Like, if somebody wants to collab, I am always up for collabing. It was super fun having Weedle Twinito to help me out to talk about Ferrothorn in the Ferrothorn video. And I think I'm super happy that Jan agreed to just appear in the Nuzlocke video and being silly, and that was super nice. I always like to, you know, I want to network more, and that's one of my goals for the next year. Like, I don't know. I really like a lot of there's a lot of people that I watch a lot. I don't have the contact of everybody. Like, I follow a few on social media. One of the reasons why I still have Twitter, right, is because I can follow and interact with some of these people. But, you know, I really like I interact sometimes with Katrin, with Arlie, but I don't really see much of an opportunity for collabing. But I don't know. Like, if I ever get invited to a thing, I would definitely most likely say yes. Don't know, if Wolfie wants to battle me for a video, I would beat him for sure. Shaymin's cry is so cute, not gonna lie. Well, it is. But at this point, I looked at it so many times that I can't stand it somehow. Not the Shiny Shaymin, so sad. It is very sad. I hate this game so much. Yeah, London is gonna be fun. I wanna try figuring out if there are gonna be any other content creators that I know that are going there. So maybe we can plan something together. I don't know. I'll keep an eye open. Let me know if you know of anybody, any content creator that is also going to London. Because the ones I checked are people from like TCG that I don't really follow or know that much. So, I don't know. By the way, chat, let's talk about this then, chat. If I do a video about the European International Championships in London, would you be interested in seeing a vlog? Like, just telling how it went? Would you like me to do, because like, for example, you have Absol plays Pokemon doing a shiny hunt in the Switch that they had on the demo Switch that they had in the internationals in Worlds. So that's like kind of a fun video that you can do in an event like this. Would you like to see me talking to competitors, to creators, or to people like that? Like, which approach to a video like this would you be interested in watching? Any ideas? I am open for ideas too. Like, do you want me to... Because, like, I can interview players. I don't know if that's something that people are super interested in knowing, because that's also what the Pokemon Company coverage does. I don't know. I'm still thinking, trying to figure out exactly what I'm gonna do. I have a first idea, but I would need permission to do that, and I also want to hear from you what you think could be nice. Sorry, my girlfriend called over because we need to get dinner sorted. Okay, no worries. I was just asking for inspiration for videos for London. I would love to see a vlog or a video talking to competitors and creators. Yeah, I might do that. Sounds fun. I'd personally like to see side events like the one you mentioned. Yes, that's... I'll figure out how... I get really curious on how things work on those events. Catching a Shiny Shaymin on a demo Switch. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Okay, see you soon, Abby. Thanks for joining, and thanks for joining the chat, too. It was fun to talk. Okay, chat. I think I might be calling quits on this stream soon, because we're just at 3 hours now. Let's say we go to 70. 70 sounds good. 1370. What aspect ratio do you make YouTube videos in? 16:9, I think. It's 920/180, if I'm not mistaken. Are you doodling how the Shaymin stole Christmas? I've said 16/9, yes. I think that is right. Okay, chat, these are gonna be my 5 final checks, because I also need to eat. But this was a fun stream. Thanks for joining, thanks for the chat. I will probably keep hunting this into the night, so if you see a notification, it's because I found it. But yes, I'll try to put a few more encounters off stream. Not a lot, though. I'm not sure. I don't want to go out tonight, but I also want to enjoy the weekend, you know, I want to see people, I want to do stuff, but nobody's going out and nobody's doing anything. So, I don't know, but if I stay home, then I'll watch something and I'll be resetting. So, okay, 4 more encounters. And we call it a day. Don't forget to watch my latest video. I think it's as fun and chill as this stream. And yes, thanks a lot for joining. This has been a blast, and I'm sure I will not have my Christmas ruined by this Shaymin. I will get it back. We put 270 encounters in this stream, which I think is a good time. I might switch Wednesday to a Pokemon that likes me not that much. That doesn't like me that much. Hope you enjoyed, Hiro. That's nice. Funny number, chat. Sorry, I can't whistle. I forgot. Okay, chat, let's go. Final encounter of this stream. What are the odds? What are the odds? Shiny Shaymin? Nah. Okay, this is it for today. Thanks a lot for joining. And I'll probably stream tomorrow, maybe? Let's see. Sooner, later this week, you'll be hearing from me and this Shaymin. And